All right, welcome back to the ACA Worst Movie Podcast in the World, or welcome to the ACA Worst Movie Podcast in the World if you are joining us for the first time. This week we're looking at all three Pitch Perfect films. It was a journey. It's like watching the three Lord of the Rings. It's a physical journey that you have to go through. Your body changes as you do it, and so do your minds. As you all notice as you continue listening to this if you listen on with this podcast, and notice the degradation of our sanity the longer we have to talk about it. Enjoy! All right, so joining us this week are Dekos.
Hi.
Yeah, Dekos said nice wholesome hi. And Ryan.
Aka, hello.
Aka, hello. And
boring.
me. No Joe. He's in some Tunisia?
Yeah,
Joe is in
yeah.
the country that is in between the one that's getting destroyed by earthquakes and the one that's getting flooded.
So Tunisia? Is
Joe-
it Tunisia?
Joe is-
I
so
don't
Joe is
remember.
next.
I don't remember
Or
asking.
Joe is the bringer of death and plague.
Is it
to Africa.
Tunisia?
Yeah, it's Tunisia.
It's Tunisia.
Yeah,
in
All right.
between the- it's
He's
literally
in
between
Tunisia.
the two.
Joe, and he has to edit this as well. So Joe, fuck you. Right, all right, getting on to the next thing. So,
Oh, God.
we're going into the Logline Showdown. And for anyone joining us for the first time, which I'm assuming is the majority of people watching since I don't know
Yes.
about it. Yeah, okay. Is that Logline Showdown is basically we just summarize the film with a logline and we compete and whoever wins gets a cheeky point. And we put it into a little grid that I have never won any of those points. But one week I'll be introducing this and say that I have won a point. It's gonna be the best week in human history. Even better than when we went to the moon. Because that week I imagine was actually pretty dull because who really cares about the moon? Gotta get to Mars,
What?
baby. Gotta get to Mars. Right. So getting
You
into
didn't
things
go
then.
to the moon.
I never said I did. I was talking about the human race in
You
general,
said
right?
we.
Yeah, it's in the human race, like we as a collective.
You're not a human.
What
You're
the
a
fuck?
Camasaur.
What do you want? We as a collective, right? Anyway, let's talk about the moon. More talk about all three Pitch Perfect films and
Okay, you're
summarizing
talking
them.
about the moon because
together.
you're excited for that investment film that's coming out. You know, Dumb Money.
That is the correlation to that.
I was like, I want to respond, but dead air is better than any response I can give. Right, so as you can see, the grid before us, it's not looking too good for Lil Cameron. Ryan's starting to fill up with a few points here. He's got
Wait, we're
some
meant to do
baguettes
the
and
log
things.
lines before we
Ah,
do the grid.
I'm just showing it off to people, so they've got some visual aids. They got some aids. You know what some aids? Visual aids. Aid. A visual aid. So getting into it, who wants to do the first log line? Dekos? Yeah, Dekos, you made us watch all three. Actually, no, you only made us watch one of them. I kind of instigated the whole
You're
three of them.
you-
one.
Nah!
You're the one who
You
dragged us kicking
instigator.
and screaming
Dekos
like,
is
"You're
starting with the log line. Go.
Film that tried to hit all the high notes but fell flat. With rehashed comedy that was worse as its predecessor.
Oh, that does accurately summarize all three of them. I can give you that, hands down. So I like that. It's concise and it hits the nail on the head. What do you think, Ryan?
My log line, is it?
No, I was just saying, what do you think of Dekos's?
Is I?
All right, Ryan, you go.
He's probably got my vote.
You sick fuck. That's what you are. A sick fuck. You can't decide that. You're an animal. You're an animal. Right, go.
These pictures be crazy. After changing her name and moving to a new town, Fat Amy becomes the talk of all the boys for all the wrong reasons. After joining the disgraced a cappella group, the Bellas, along the way, she bangs Boomer and finds her long-lost father. But most importantly, that she is in fact quite fat.
She is quite fat, and they make a point of that in the film. It's all of
And her
them.
real name's Patricia as well.
I mean, her name is Patricia. So where did Amy come from? It was a bit. It was a running bit. But yeah, all right.
Was it?
I don't know. To be fair, they don't really bring it up all that much. They bring up did they even bring it up in the second one that she was actually called Patricia?
I think
Oh.
it's.
I don't remember, and I don't
I think
care.
it might be in
Right.
the second one they bring it up first time.
No, it's the first one. Vivid memory, Ryan, with these masterpieces. All right, they're locked in there,
Wow,
locked
my
in there
bad.
like stone. All right, so I have a log line written down, which is a new thing for me. I've only been doing this for a few weeks, writing down the log lines instead of improving them. This turns out improving them doesn't get you any points. We learnt that. Should have been the easy way, but learn it the very hard way. Right, going straight into it. O.M. ACA-G. You guys heard of Pitch Perfect? Of course you have. Fat Amy has probably fallen over trying to shake her ass at another US president and knocks you over, giving you a full-grain concussion, which is pretty much exactly what watching these films feels like. You ACA cucks. There we go.
Not enough Fat Amy.
They were pretty much entirely about Fat Amy. Entirely. All right.
Cameron,
well,
it's not about how you mention Fat Amy, it's about how you use Fat Amy.
I mentioned her shaking her ass at US presidents. What more do you want?
Maybe like, I don't know, like.
We're
Xi
voting.
Jinping or
We're
something.
voting. We're voting right now. We're doing it. Right. We'll inverse it. So I'll vote first, and we'll cascade from there. So we'll do it in the order. Reverse. Yeah. Reverse. We're doing it in reverse. Right. I'm gonna vote for. Decosses. Yes.
I have won. I've won.
No.
Yeah, I vote for decosses as well.
You sick bastards.
I love democracy.
I'm just gonna go back to improv in them at some point. I think that's exactly what I need to do.
The thing is, you've dug your grave too far with the shit improv loglines that now you're the Harry Maguire of logline.
That means
Cameron.
nothing to me. I don't know who he is.
You're in too deep. All right, you need a reset.
How do we?
You need like a yearly reset. You know.
We need the podcast. Yeah, when we hit the year mark and we do the reboot, that's when I'll get my points. Right. Okay.
It's like
well, there we go.
Looking back at that massive cog and Among Us.
Decos got a point. He's got his lovely Fat Amy point. Next to Among Us and Alien Cock and Egg. We're losing track. We're losing track. We're cascading. And they started off pretty normal, and they've just got. I don't know. Right. Into the next section then. The part where everyone says what they thought about the movie and stuff. So to summarize for anyone who's not joined us before, once again.
We've realised. Because this is movies.
I'd be fine. No one cares. Hey, viewers, do you care? No, they said no, so we're fine. Right.
They're not watching.
There they are. They're watching live, Ryan. They're here right now.
I've just got like a street full of people.
Yeah, I've got like 3,000 people in like a live stream right now that you don't know about.
It's probably like our viewer is like Mia. That's it. And she's only here to see what Joe wants to know.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, for people who haven't joined us before, basically this is just where we kind of actively, like in more detail, summarize kind of our own opinions of the films.
Keep it thematic.
I will egg you. I will pelt you with eggs.
I'm not Max.
His house got egged. I'm gonna egg you as an individual. Anyway, so yeah, we're just gonna kind of talk about them a bit vaguely, and we'll get slightly more specific as we go on. Right. So we've got a bit to cover here, boys. We have 3 films.
Host, guide the conversation.
I'm guiding the conversation. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. We have 3 films to talk about, so I think straight off the bat, let's talk about the first one. What were your general impressions of the first one? How did it titillate you? Did it make you giggle? Did it make you laugh? Was the story compelling? Go. What do you think? Starting with anyone. Just chip in.
I think you should give your opinion.
All right, you know what? All right. I will, yeah. The first one is the best one. It's the funniest, but I think it's because it was made early enough in the 2010s. Was it even made in 2010s? Was it made slightly before 2012? Okay.
It's on that tail end where you started to get a bunch of crap films.
Yeah, it was made in the early enough of the 2010s that basically cancel culture hadn't fully hit yet, and they could get away with some heinous jokes, some really bad things, and like a lot of the comedy comes from that, heinously so, and it is very amusing. Because they should not have got away with it, but because it was a different time, they did, and it's very strange to walk back. It's like going through a fucking time machine watching this. It's astounding. I had like one of my friends over from work when we were watching it. We were just laughing our ass off. We're like, "What in the fuck did they just say?" Like, for reference, for anyone who hasn't seen these films, which I'm assuming is probably the majority of people watching this podcast.
I reckon it would be the majority that have seen it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe.
These
Who knows?
films are very well known.
Well, it's stuff like
we
the cop
literally-
song.
we-
The cop song comes from that scene in when Anna Kendrick joins the
Yeah.
fellas.
That lost the film a whole point for me because I hate the Cup song with a
A-
raging
A-
passion.
Amy, Fat Amy saying "let's be honest" during one of the films is where that comes from. When people say "let's be honest,"
I've never heard that before in my life.
yes,
Who the
you
fuck
have.
are you
I
hanging
guess
out
I don't.
with?
Not a lot of lesbians apparently. That's
White
apparently who I'm
people.
not hanging out with. Not by choice,
That's
mind you.
probably-
I guess I don't meet a lot of lesbians apparently.
Cameron. You know the world's
No,
gone
Cameron,
wrong when
'cause- no,
Ryan
Cameron,
I
understands
don't.
a cultural reference and you don't.
No, I'm not saying you
Ryan
were
knows
wrong.
a
I was saying
cultural reference and you don't.
I don't
Let,
know. I
Yeah,
just never
bitch.
heard it.
let that sink in. Let that sink in. Ryan's more societal than you.
Oh, he is.
This is a fact.
It is a fact. I am Hermit Crab about it.
Let's talk about the first song they do, how the film starts, because it begins.
I
You
don't know if we have time to talk about each
it.
individual scene and song from all three films, though. I feel that's the problem. We need to be kind of vague and overhauly about the whole thing since we have three to cover.
Yeah, but we're not really going to talk about the third one because we don't know what happened in it.
Explosions.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to the third one. Let's just talk about the first one.
Explosions.
Keep it concise. Let's keep it limited. Just on the first film.
The first one's the best out of the three. I think that's agreed. It was very the jokes and everything was out of pocket because obviously it was 2012, a time when stuff like that was more socially acceptable.
I thought they did too often for it to be parody. The host was parody. The host was definitely parody. Yeah. But like, what was it? Like what was it? The Deaf Jew Society. Like, what the fuck was that?
I feel like that was just a Fat Amy thing.
Yeah.
Rebel Wilson thing. I don't really like the treatment of the actors in the first one, but I think it got better throughout the films.
But the treatment of what?
Stuff like they made the actors and actresses. They made like Anna Kendrick do like scenes like 50 times.
Oh.
It basically the scenes that came through were the ones where she had the most cleavage.
What?
Cleavage.
Man, you guys got the behind the scenes scoop.
There's a law where that was passed 2016 where you can't force someone to do a naked scene. So stuff like in Game of Thrones with Emilia Clarke when you first see her naked, she originally had a screen put up so you couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
But the directors threw that away. I went, no, you're doing it. Because she was relatively new, she was scared, so she went through with it.
Right.
The law recently changed, so yeah.
Makes sense.
Also, other stuff like Rebel Wilson found out that fat people can be healthy, but she wasn't healthy being fat, but she had a clause in her contract saying she had to be the exact same weight as she was during the first film, just in case they make others. They wouldn't plan for a second one.
What? She signed a contract to be fat.
Yeah, that's why after the trilogy ended, she was able to just lose all the weight like she has, because she was done.
Right. Apart from in Cats.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, we talk about Cats.
We talk about Cats. Forget all three Pitch Perfect films.
Holy
we are
shit,
delving right in.
Pitch Perfect 3 and Cats are an amazing double feature. They're both
I should try
musical. Rebel Wilson not centric, but you know where Rebel Wilson is a like main side character sort of thing.
Yeah.
And both are delirious fever dreams.
They are.
I'm just saying, we get the boys together. We get
we watch
Perfect 3 and
Cats
double bill.
I'll do it. Why don't cinemas do this?
Why don't they?
Why don't they?
I mean, they do. Some cinemas do actually do double features. Not in London, maybe.
But I doubt Pitch Perfect 3 and Cats would. I mean, I'm going to a Lord of the Rings triple feature.
Yeah, but that's only for the 20th anniversary.
It's gonna be so good though. Anyway, Ryan, you're just you on the first Pitch Perfect film. Hit us with some things. Hit us up now. Me and Digos have given a nice little juicy tidbits. What do you think?
Let's talk about the riff off. That is a one consistent thing throughout all three of these films. I also want to add as well.
Very
I distinctly remember we
frustrated.
watched this film in school,
Mm.
and definitely not appropriate to watch in a school. No,
No, it is not at
No.
all. It is not at all. I guess at 2012 school though, it would have been okay, right?
we would probably have been
Yeah.
like
Different
14
times, different
when we watched it.
times.
14,
Yeah,
15 watching this.
yeah. But all right, okay. What was your favorite out of the 3 riff-offs though? Because there's only one right answer.
Second
Fuck,
one.
I honestly don't really remember.
It's the
I watch
second
a lot
one.
of movies.
It has to be the
It's the
second one.
second one.
Just because it's
it
got
has
that
the
guy.
guy who's-
I'll be honest. I
It's
went
the
and
guy
watched.
who tried to steal Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, it's got
Hello.
that guy in it, and he goes up to Haley Steinfeld when she messes up and says, "I hate you. I wish you were
She's
dead."
not in the first one.
She's in the second one. It's the
No,
second one.
we're talking about riff-offs now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the
which
riff-off.
riff-off?
riff-off?
Yeah.
It's the second one.
Oh my god! Wait, no, but no, that was David Cross doing a gay voice,
Yeah, it
which
was
is
hilarious.
amazing.
It was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
And when he tells
David
Haley
Cross.
Steinfeld that he hates her and wants her to die,
yeah, that was so
I was
fucking
like,
funny.
I was fucking losing it. I was like, what the fuck? That's some good stuff. But then the third one's riff-off was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that felt like the most forced thing
yeah.
because they're not even ACA. They're not even ACA people, guys.
Yeah, the third one.
It was
the
the most
only
forced thing
ACA-related
because
stuff was to do with them. Like most of the film wasn't even to do with fucking anything to do with ACA. Like the military. But yeah, yeah. So
I just want to move on from that.
Fun, happy stuff where 20% of your tax money goes.
Woo,
Yeah.
woo. Don't worry about it. Don't even think. How much do we pay in the UK? How much goes to the military?
I think it's like 5%.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we don't really have many enemies anymore.
Not yet.
Because, except
wait until Eurovision, and then everyone hates us.
Apart from that
everyone
one
hates
year,
us, but they're not gonna like kill us.
Remember the Spaceman year? That was a good year.
Yeah, but that's because we were helping Ukraine the most, so everyone gave us points.
That's true. But also Spaceman. They should have had. They should make a fourth one of the Spaceman guy. Do you think they'll ever make a Pitch Perfect 4 though? That's the true question. Do you think it has the meat on
I
the
think
bones?
if Rebel Wilson gets addicted to cocaine, yes.
Fuck it. Yeah, they'll wait until no. Oh, all right. If any movie studio is listening to this, which I'm assuming they're not, by very long margins of they will never listen to this ever. But in case they are, they wait until they're all in their 60s and they do a Golden Girls-esque Pitch Perfect 4 where they all return as like senior women and just like, these young girls are stealing our beats, and they just do like old women ACA. It'd be fucking phenomenal, and I would go to the cinema to see that. Think of the potential. Think of how good it would be.
The only director who could get for that is Linklater, I reckon.
What's he done? What films has he done?
He did School of Rock that you'll know.
Oh,
I'm basically saying Linklater because he is known as being the like most patient guy in the industry. Because he had Boyhood, right, which took like 14 genuine years from like actually 14 years of filming. Okay?
Yeah.
Why?
He also had his Before trilogy, where the entire point was that each film was 9 years apart. So it started in the 90s and ended in the mid 2010s. This trilogy.
Oh god!
He literally ended the second one on a cliffhanger, and it's just like, wait 9 years.
What?
The fact that they let him do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dedication. I admire.
I mean, he did School of Rock, so you know he can do whatever the fuck you want.
True. Yeah, just make them all old, and then just make Rebel Wilson really badly CGI'd, really young, like younger than she was in the first film. To make everyone confused as fuck.
What? CGI Rebel Wilson. Well, going on to the second film. I guess we can cover that a smidge. They kind of focus on. Obviously, like the first one, it's very like Anna Kendrick is like the main, right? Like it's mostly her story. But this one,
the first one,
kind of.
It's like
it's more
the
like
thing with because they get rid of what's her face, the blonde one.
The blonde one, yeah.
Yeah, is that Anna Camp? Yeah, they get rid of Anna Camp. like, who I will say just brings like a fucking psychotic energy to the film.
Yeah, it adds to it. It definitely adds. Like that was missing from the second one. Like obviously because it's like
the
Haley.
ginger one was sort of trying to do, wasn't she though? Because she sort of got to that
Kind
level
of,
of
but
controlling
I feel like
and making
The
everyone.
ginger one was just secretly trying to bang Becca the entire time.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
I also feel like the ginger one fell off after the first one because the first one she was definitely more psychotic. Like remember when she like disappeared naked in that bathroom in that
It's
like fucking
hi, how
shower
you
room?
doing?
Yeah, like she was way more psychotic in the first one. Then she just kind of like levels out, like especially in the second one, she's just like mellowed. But Haley
You say
Steinfeld
that,
though, well,
you say that, but actually that character was taking Russian in her college, and she purposely failed it another 3 or 4 times, so she could still be part of the Bellas. She was like 3 or 4
Matt,
years older than
her,
should
No,
have in that
this is
film.
something that I noticed about these films. They take place in the future.
no, they don't. They don't. It's weird. So you know, it said class of
No,
2018.
the second one, Pitch Perfect 2, there's literally a banner at the
I know,
start that
yeah.
says like
So
class of
yeah,
2018.
it says class of 2018. I pointed that out because I was watching it yesterday with a friend on Discord. I said, "Why say class 2018?" Because oh my fucking
Who
god,
you
why
watching
say
it
that?
with her?
Some guy from work. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There was
Cap.
it's true. So there was obviously class of 2018. Then it gets to the end scene, and it says class of 2015 on another banner. I was so confused. They have 2 different years on the thing. I am not lying. This is 100% true. I don't know when it was. You know, I bet there's a controversy on this. I 100% bet there is. I'm looking. I'm getting it up right now. No one else has brought it up. So it's supposed to be set in
There's a
2015.
Mandela effect.
It's supposed to be set in 2015, but I know what you mean, right? I saw the 2018 banner as well, and also a 2015 one. I'm like, am I losing my mind? No, there it is! They come to a stop outside Barden's oldest building, which has a banner above it. Welcome, Barden, class of 2018! Oh, because that's when they graduate.
Yeah, I was about to say, right? It's 3 years.
We're idiots! We're idiots!
So saying they'd be the class, I guess, yeah, they would be the class of
Because it wasn't their
2018.
class, it was Haley Steinfeld's class, wasn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, we're idiots. Joe,
I mean, you're more of an idiot because you took the stance very heavily. I would like to,
Very
you know,
slow this direction.
I feel like an idiot. I hate it.
You are.
I hate it. We got baited. Fuck you, Haley Steinfeld.
You got baited.
Whatever. Right. And then obviously, what else even happened? The second one was like, what even happened? I watched it yesterday.
German.
The second one was because Fat Amy showed her fat pussy.
Hell yeah.
To the president. You know, they weren't allowed to ACA compete. So instead they had to, you know, go and compete in Copenhagen because I don't know reasons.
It
looked like it was an actual thing going on and they just showed up at the end. Like it looked like it could have been an actual like concert thing.
I don't really know.
Oh yeah, the ACA World Championship or some bullshit.
ACA World.
Yeah, and they had
It's
the
so
Germans
funny though. In the end, I actually think the Germans were better.
The Germans were better.
Like
they
the
were
Germans
way
had
better.
They had like a banging like, you know, show, and then the Bellas just come out. It's like all these old people. They're all here. Like, wow, okay, cool.
They just did generic.
Where's the people music? Like, you know, racing and shit?
Yeah.
Also, didn't they technically do an original song?
Yeah, true. That was
isn't an acapella.
The whole thing was
that isn't what an acapella is.
Yeah, it's just covers. But that's why David Cross told her to fucking kill herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know what happened in the second one. Snoop Dogg.
Oh my god, the Snoop Dogg Christmas track. Oh my, it was actually pretty good. I was vibing to the Snoop Dogg Christmas track. I thought it was solid.
Oh yeah. Then the producer telling the guy just to turn around. Just turn.
That was it. Keegan Michael Key, just like being kind of a cunt. Except everyone except for Snoop Dogg.
Because that's his uncle.
Yeah, I know. Fucking Snoop Dogg just like vibing in this film.
Yeah.
Some of the time of his life, he was getting paid, and he got to do little
Yeah, but
Christmas
that
tunes.
was around the time where Snoop Dogg started like completing side quests, didn't he?
Yeah, he's doing weird
He was
shit.
in like random shit. He was in WWE at one point. Fucking clothesline someone.
I don't even. Right. Anyway,
He's losing it.
right. Let's get down to the most important thing in this second film, and I believe that is the deeply sexual relationship between Boomer and Fat
Oh,
Amy.
yeah. It was. It should have been the center focus of the entire film. Obviously,
This should have just been an R cut.
yeah.
It's just, you know, song Fat Amy and Boomer.
But what? All I heard was song Fat Amy and Boomer.
Oh wait! Oh, is my mic suppressing the clap?
Oh yeah, it must have.
Oh,
Yeah, try clapping. Clap. Oh, I heard it a little. I heard it a little, but
yeah,
it
it's
entered
suppressing.
through. Yeah.
It entered a bit like
does
Boomer
mine?
did Fat Amy.
Did you get my
No,
clap?
'cause you
Or
got
did
the
it
noise
suppress?
suppression.
Yeah, I got the noise suppression on. Wait, you might
But
hear it if I do it
anyway,
really loud.
that it should have just been Fat Amy and Boomer Bang, a cappella song. Fat Amy and Boomer Bang, a cappella song.
Boomer
They-
saw
And
Amy.
honestly,
then that just sort of repeats until the movie sort of ends.
The biggest tragedy is that Boom doesn't turn up in the third one. Like, what happened?
Yeah,
Like, they
He should've
clearly
just rocked
couldn't.
up for,
They
like,
couldn't.
no
They didn't get
reason.
any of the male ones. They missed out on the fucking that nerdy dude who
It's
had the
just-
cape
oh,
and was really into Star Wars.
Oh my, him.
He was fantastic. How did you get with Haley Seinfeld? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Cameron, I'll be honest, he gave me you vibes.
What?
He did. He did a bit. No,
What do you mean?
not gonna lie.
All right,
Come
what
on,
You
specifically?
definitely would be the sort of guy who would rock up with like a Star Wars bed.
I do
I
not
mean,
have a Star Wars bed.
What are the sheets on your bed right now?
Not Star Wars. They're actively not.
Were
You've
they
been-
ever Star Wars?
No, you've been in my bed, Ryan. We've shared it together.
I know I have.
You
know.
know it's not Star Wars, you rat. Adam's are though. He's got Baby Yoda ones, so I mean,
I
dog
know
on him.
after what
I
you
have
did to me.
Baby Yoda ones.
What?
Yeah. Oh, why are you piling on me then? What the fuck?
Yeah, but he seems like you. I don't know. He's just got
Yeah,
all
but
that like he's got like all that like pop culture shit.
Yeah.
I
And then
kept
he
it
also
down.
tries to bang Haley Steinfeld as well.
And
In the
he's
second one,
successful.
something that you
Succeed.
canonically said you would do.
Okay.
And he's hinted at the start of this.
Okay. You got me there. All right. Let's. Jesus Christ. But still, shame they wrote them out. Shame they wrote them out. The other three.
They didn't
of
write
the
him out.
third
They
one.
just didn't bother getting them back. Like
They didn't need them.
he just never show. Like he never shows up. What is his face? Is it Jesse, the main like romantic interest?
Yeah,
of Bella
they
in the
like
first
say
one?
like ran off, don't they?
He's just gone.
He's got a cat and a other partner now, don't they?
Yeah, he got another
He did it
girlfriend or
with
something.
one.
Yeah,
But that's like the
It was
cheapest
off.
writing to just be like, why aren't they here? Oh,
bruh.
No. Right, let me recite the cheapest writing in cinematic history.
He's reciting.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
It was cheap
Really?
writing, but also he's literally dropping Star Wars references right now. I can hear him doing it. I can hear him.
I've got a wife.
You ain't married.
Fayance.
I have been to no wedding.
Yeah.
Throw the wedding, then we'll talk. And there better be a buffet.
You
expect-
didn't get your invite, Cameron?
As long as there's mini sausage
If
rolls,
he actually
we
has
win.
that wedding, I'm gonna have to come up for it.
You'll be
I
fine.
don't know.
You can stay at mine,
Yeah,
though.
oh, true.
We can share the bed.
Snuggle.
Yeah. Whoa, Ryan. You mean snuggle? You mean snuggle back to back? Snuggle back to back.
I mean, maybe that's
Interlock cheek. Yeah, was the third one an action film though?
It
felt
really
like-
is it weird if it gave me like a you know, it had the same feeling as a Kevin Hart The Rock buddy cop action.
It did.
Except without
Except with
any,
women.
I mean, they're pretty limited humor in those films anyway. This is like none of them. It's like stripped back.
Yeah.
This was clearly they wanted to finish the characters' stories.
Not even, because they
No,
kind
they
of
just
wrap
wanted
it up.
money.
They wrap it up in the second one, kind
Yeah.
of. They didn't really think there was going to be a third. Like, this is just because this clearly was made. I mean, all three of these have a different director each time. So,
Yeah, you can tell.
I mean, the second one had Elizabeth Banks. Like, so they clearly
Is
just giving her a
she
go.
the female like announcer for the acapella thing?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the guy, the one in the booth.
The one from Hunger Games.
Yeah, one from Hunger Games.
Who's
She
directed
also
the first
directed.
one?
She also directed Cocaine Bear as well.
The guy.
Huh. Did she also direct that new Charlie's Angels, the reboot one?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was funny, but that's besides the point. But yeah, who directed the third one then? Because the first two are like passable.
Trish C does not sound like a real person.
Yeah, the first two are passable as films. Because
they directed Step Up All In.
What? What else have they directed? Is it just like Pitch Perfect 3 and that?
Apparently something called The Sleepover.
Sitting in bars with cake.
This came out this year. You know what? Add to the watch list, baby. We're
It's
gonna
added.
sit in bars and eat cake.
That doesn't sound too bad. Why don't bars do cake? Like you sit down with a pint and a slice of like cheesecake or something?
I mean,
business idea.
Oh.
Okay,
cake and beer.
The cinema near where I am is like a cafe bar thing, and also a pizzeria.
Always flexing his London cinema at us.
Look, man, it's like
look at him go.
Shit.
Yeah.
They explained to me what it was there, and I was just like, fuck, how is this cinema considered a pizzeria? And then last time I went there, it's like a smell of pizza. And
Ryan,
I was like, damn,
can you climb on your roof?
Yeah.
Have you climbed on your roof?
No, because I'm not an idiot.
Ah! Well, may have had a little shindig round mine on like last Saturday, and I may have got drunk and climbed on the roof. But it's fine, it was safe.
Have you broken?
None, because I didn't fall off. I just sat on top and then like slid down into an open window.
We're safe, people.
So is I. I didn't. I'm fine. Look, no.
There's a reason I moved to London. It's to get away from you.
You should have come on the roof.
What is nightmare surrealism?
Basically, it just doesn't feel like it could. It feels like a dream sequence. Where this film. Let's be honest. This film follows dream logic of not really making sense.
Remember, kids.
They decide that they want to. They decide that they want to go and sing in a cappella show, which then turns into them deciding that they're actually going to go onto the USO show because they can't sing. Then they decide they're going to have a riff off with basically themselves. They do some shows. They do some shows, and apparently they're not good. Because I guess
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled shows up, and his acting is incredible. You definitely don't feel like he's just there because he's DJ Khaled. And was hardly popular at the time. And Fat Amy's. Everyone basically gets kidnapped by Fat Amy's dad, who is actually a good actor, but they've got him doing some Sully accent, Ken. So it's like, what is the point of having him here? And anyway, then everything explodes, and he gets arrested by the police, and Fat Amy fucks.
Has 1.8 billion in the bank or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then Fat Amy's like super rich.
Yeah.
I guess the funny is that
Becca gets a dream.
Oh yeah, there was like the job. What's it called?
Oh yeah,
montage. Highly inaccurate.
Fair enough.
Right. Okay.
Anyway,
moving on.
Oh yeah. Also for some reason, the Asian character who is now called Esther said some shit like, "The demon has left me," and then just speak.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm talking that dude.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah. Right. Well, this next section should be quite quick because it's talking about the effects and stuff. And I would explain this to people who are viewing this for the first time, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Talk about the effects and stuff.
The camera work in the second one is utterly shit. That final concert Okay, looks like it was shot for the X Factor.
Maybe it was.
Yeah.
Like genuinely,
Well,
it has.
that's why
It genuinely has that look to it.
That's why I questioned whether they were actually in a real, like, the ACA world was a real thing.
I think it's invading.
Because
They were all in
the way
Fat Amy's delusion.
because the way some of them were a bit like the camera work and stuff felt like just off. Like they couldn't do some of the stuff they wanted to.
I reckon it's just an actor trying to become a director who isn't
The only reason I
necessarily
say
great
it is
at
the
directing,
previous act.
or at least at that point. So, it comes off a bit scuffed. Basically, like anything Zach Braff has ever done. Hey,
True.
Zach Braff, he's a good actor, but my god, he's a shite
The
director.
fuck is Zach Braff?
Bro, watch Scrubs.
I can't remember. I don't know names.
Doesn't know the Braff, bruh.
One of the greatest
I know-
TV shows of all time, Decos. Ryan didn't believe me, and then he watched it, and now he's hooked for life.
Him. I
Yeah.
know who he is.
Yeah, he's the one that dated Florence
He was
Pugh.
in Chicken Little.
Yeah, bro. I
You get that.
don't get the hate for Chicken Little because Chicken Little was fucking solid. The one with Zach
Chicken
Braff in it.
Little is fucking Giga Jam.
It is. It is such a. It was hated in its time because reviewers didn't understand. It's only aged like fine wine. Like the fact that there's a fat pig who has
president.
There's the pig that has the Barbara Streisand music collection. His mum keeps trying to confiscate it because he had dealings with aliens. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Ryan, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it to get it. It is nothing like the actual Chicken Little story whatsoever.
I mean, I probably have. I actually think I did go to the cinema to see it as a kid, but fuck, you remember that?
It was fucking 2005.
2005. Oh my god.
What are you doing in the cinema in 2005? I didn't know cinemas existed until the first ever Avenger film. That was the first time I could afford to go to a cinema.
The CGI was kind of shit in the third one. They used it at the start. I noticed
What's the CGI?
The very intro, the boat coming in, when it zoomed into the boat and showed the scene, that was all CGI until it got inside the boat, and it looked horrific. It looked terrible, and there was no need for it. They could have just got a boat.
I think there's not a lot to say about the effects, but I think we can end it on at least this film didn't have a CGI communist manifesto.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to the fourth one where they CGI the fat onto Fat Amy. Should be great. Can't wait. Anyway, who was the acting goat and who was the acting stoat? Now, for viewers joining us for the first time and listeners, I've been saying listeners when to be fair, people aren't probably going to be listening to this, and it's on YouTube. I mean, you're going to have it in front of you. I'm going with viewers. I think
keep going.
Keeping going.
Probably are anyway.
The acting goat is who we think is the best because obviously they're the goat. Like, look at that goat. It's majestic. It's got horns. It's ready to go. It's top of its game. And then we have the Weasley Stoat. Yeah, the whole trilogy, yeah. And then we have the Weasley Stoat looking at him with his little eyes, looking for the next little cube of cheese because he's such a little wily bitch. So that's kind of the vibe that we're giving. That's the vibe the actors give. All right, we have heroic goat and wily cheese cube Stoat. All right, who wants to start us off? Ryan, do you want to start us off? Who do you think?
Rebel also has to be the goat, no?
Of course. Right, yeah, that only makes sense.
Is that even question?
I don't think it can be. Ryan, what do you think? Is he here?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't give
the
goat. I can't give the goat to Rebel Wilson, no matter how great she is.
Yeah, but she's an Australian representing America.
Take her out. What are these films?
Oh my god, yeah, that. Got about that monologue. In the film as well, she's wearing a "Make America Eat Again" hat.
Oh,
yeah, you know that.
Yeah. I clocked that little beauty the second she walked out the fucking van with it on. But take Rebel Wilson out. What is Pitch Perfect then? It's a hollow shell of its former self. You have to have it there.
No. It's just Pitch.
It's just Pitch
because she makes it perfect.
Ain't no one watching just Pitch, Ryan.
Fine, Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, baby. All right, cool. We got Rebel Wilson now.
Although I will say the actual, I'd say she basically is disqualified because she wasn't in the first one. But I'd say Haley Steinfeld is actually the GOAT.
Oh yeah. Okay,
at least of the last two, because she can actually, like the first one, she can actually sing. She's genuinely a good actor.
Yeah, if we're talking based on just acting ability, we'll give it to Haley Steinfeld. But we're not, and we're talking about the GOAT herself.
I'd give it to Anna Kendrick.
No, she's too much of a simp for DJ Khaled.
But I kind of like the manic energy of that one, of the head blonde woman who was just like going crazy in the first one, projectile vomiting everywhere.
Yeah. That's what I said this before.
She was great.
And then they just get rid of her.
That scene was insane in the first one, where she just threw up.
The final fucking year.
Yeah, and they just did like, and that one chick did
come back.
A snow angel in the vomit.
Oh yeah.
That's a level the other two films couldn't match, and that's why they're just both intrinsically worse than the first one, because you don't have vomit like snow angels. All right, but now I feel like the actual question: who was the Stoat, though? Of all three, they have to be in all three films, though. That's the caveat here. Who was the Stoat?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Like
no one really stands out.
I think they're all equal to they're all together, really, in my head.
All right, they don't have to have been in all three films. They can have appeared in any of the three. Stoat.
Probably either Amy's dad or the boyfriend of Anna Kendrick in the first.
I was thinking the boyfriend of Anna Kendrick's. Yeah, he just kind of pissed me off in the first one, and in the second one, he didn't really do all that much.
What, Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but he does like the Breakfast Club. And he's also like the one of like that ACA guy group who isn't a complete cunt. Kinda.
Yeah, but that's what made that group.
Who would I say is the actual GOAT? Not GOAT, I mean Stoat. It's clearly Stacey.
Oh, you're gonna have to refresh me on who Stacey is, man.
She's in. Stacey. Okay, Stacey's the actual Stoat.
Oh, is that the one that really likes sex?
There
was one of them that really liked sex.
Yeah, the one that really likes sex, and then doesn't she have a baby in the third one? Yeah.
Yeah, she has a fucking baby. Doesn't know the dad in the third one.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
She was barely in the second one. All I remember from her in the second one is like laying on a car seductively to like lure people. Like they were like, "Stop laying on that car!" And, like,
I'm not sure. Is this the person? I swear Stacey's just like I swear it's like Stacey and Jessica are the two who are just sort of there. Like,
oh, the two that just the running joke that they just in the background.
That's Ashley and Jessica.
Should we say Ashley and Jessica are both the Stoats then?
Yeah, they're a joint Stoat because they're in all three
joint
films.
Stoat,
yeah. You've never actually acknowledged they exist, and they've also never done anything of note apart from this.
All right, to the ratings then. So we're going to do something a little different this time, and I don't really need to explain this to people who are first joining us for the first time. We just put movies in sections based on what we give them. Pretty self-explanatory. But this time's going to be a little different. We're doing all three films, so things are going to get a little messy. And you know what? We'll start in the order that's just on the screen, so I'll go first with all three. I'm going with Pitch Perfect 1 in D tier, Pitch Perfect 2 in E tier, and Pitch Perfect 3 in F tier. That's
only
my
F.
I'd say it's about on the same level as Ant-Man Quantumania.
Really?
If anything, it's better than Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah, but don't base our tier list is inaccurate. You have to base it on how good the film is.
I like going D, E, F. There we go. Right, I've got Death. D-Cos, what are you going for?
I'm going for Pitch Perfect 1 in A. Then I'm going Pitch Perfect 2 in D. And I'm going Pitch Perfect 3 in F. Sorry, alphabet eludes me.
Wait. So was that A, E, A, D, F?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Why are we? Just want to ask this, like seriously. Why are we sparing Pitch Perfect 3: The Void? What is making you guys do this? What?
It's not Void here. I'm sorry. It was so bad, I enjoyed it, and
Yeah,
that's
there
not
were
Void.
elements I could
Void
chuckle at
has
because
to
we
be.
but seriously,
Void has to be so bad. It's bad.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna put. So I think the first one is genuinely a good film. It's actually enjoyable. Like there are good elements of it,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be a bit more generous on it, just because in retrospect, I think it might be a bit better than what I gave it over on my boxed. So I'm gonna whack that bad boy in the B tier. I think the
Oh,
first one is
okay.
genuinely solid. There's some, there's some funnies. There's also, Fat Amy, the big funny.
She hasn't
I mean,
become
it's solid.
egregious yet.
Yeah, it hasn't become egregious.
She's
yet.
fresh and new.
Fat Amy probably what she didn't annoy me in the first film. So, and I laughed at some points. Like the second and third was just a bit too much. But yeah,
Yeah, she
with Fat
cascades.
Amy.
Anyway, you're hijacking me. All right, all right.
Sorry.
So first one B. Second one, I just think it really is let down by its ending. I think it could be a D tier film if the ending wasn't just so egregiously shit and cucked Germans out of their, hard-earned dub. So it's gonna have to go in E tier.
All right.
And that last film is an irredeemable piece of shit. And if you're thinking that, if you're looking at a thing like, oh, A Whisker Away isn't a better film somehow, of all things, A Whisker Away is abhorrent. It should be despised by all, and somehow it's still better.
No, right? No,
The
Whisker Away.
Void absolutely fucks up this system that we've been doing with the numbers, but I don't care.
He's tossing it there anyway. All right.
The Void is zero. Oh wait, no, they're not doing anything in the media.
Right. So there we go. With the power of movie magic, we have supplanted these three films into their lovely positions. Obviously, Picture Perfect, actually genuinely entertaining, so it gets a cheeky B tier, and then ENF for the other two. Well, again, Picture Perfect 2 is alright, but Picture Perfect 3 is just an abomination, so it has to kind of lay there for. I mean, there was something jumping to have, which is why it's not the Void. Ryan.
No, there wasn't.
Anyway, we don't have Joe here. Wants to know with not
Anyone
Joe?
but Joe.
Anyone but Joe. Unless we ring Joe right now and get a thing from him live on the podcast.
All right. Oh, I've got one. I've actually got one.
Ring Joe.
No, he's in Tunisia. He's not going to be able to answer. I swear.
It's
It's gonna cost
It's
money,
like a couple hours
actually.
ahead, I swear. Anyway, I actually do have one.
All right.
And I
hit us
think
up.
this could be a fun, interactive experience for you boys. All
I'm
right.
leaving.
So, given that I've lived in London now for like about a month, shocker, I know. So I want you guys to tell me how many tube lines you know, because the tube's very important in London. That's how everyone gets everywhere. People ram themselves onto it, and you have to physically move human beings out of the way at King's Cross to get out before the doors close, and that's an experience. So yeah, name as many tube lines as you can, boys.
Piccadilly one.
Piccadilly's one. Yeah.
Jubilee.
There you go. There's of a Queen one. You guys are gonna have to get that. You go to
Jubilee. I didn't hear Dios's, but I'm assuming we've got Elizabeth and Victoria then. Since
Yeah.
he's done it. Yeah.
Northern.
Northern, baby. Do you want to know the fun thing about the Northern?
Right.
Fucking goes south, doesn't it?
Oh,
that's how they get you.
But not if you're going backwards.
I'm trying to think of them. Do you know all of them though, Ryan?
I know most of them. I've also got up a list, and I've heard of them all because there's 11 lines. So I've heard of most of them because they mostly go through the.
There's 11. I thought there's only 11. Okay. Well, then that's going to make this a lot
we got
harder.
Piccadilly, Victoria, Northern, Jubilee.
I feel like
we had Elizabeth as well.
There's no Elizabeth.
Anyways, is that the new one?
No.
I got no. I was wrong. There's no Elizabeth. She got the Jubilee, I believe, because that was like a new one.
Oh,
like it was like Canary Wharf and shit.
And City. What?
I'm out of
Blank
this.
and City. That's what they are.
Oh.
Do you want me to tell you the ones you boys haven't got? There's one that's a right blunder, and it's a very easy one to get because it's the shape of the line.
Oh, circle. There's be a circle one.
Circle. There we go. The circle line.
Yeah,
It goes around in a second circle.
Oh. How big's the circle? What's the other ones then? I'm bored. I feel
Right.
like I'm very
There's
good.
the Metropolitan line,
Oh, the Metropolitan
the
Police.
Waterloo and City line, which is a very unique one because can you guess how many stops it has?
2.
2. It literally goes between
Is it
Waterloo. It
actually?
literally goes between Waterloo Station and Bank,
And
and
City.
that's it. So it literally is Waterloo and the City.
What the fuck?
Why? Why
It's
would they just
amazing.
attach it to another?
Because there isn't like another. Basically, there isn't another tube line that goes like straight to Bank from Waterloo. So they just, I guess, had to make one. Because it's like if you want to get basically, if you go to if the Waterloo and City line does not exist, you have to go to like Victoria Station and then all the way like through that. You basically have to go to Victoria Station and then go from there
Oh.
if you want to get a tube to straight to Bank, whereas you can just have the Waterloo and City line that's like 3 minutes, as opposed to like a 20-minute ordeal.
I don't.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, and
let's
then there's the
continue.
Hammersmith and City line. That's the other one.
Oh. DJ Hammersmith.
I did not realize the tubes have been open since the 1800s.
Oh yeah.
That's insane. No wonder they fucking scream at you. It's like the
Fun fact then.
souls of the dead down there.
Fun fact then. How many London tubes are air conditioned?
How many what?
Of the London tube lines are air conditioned.
I don't know what you're saying.
The London the tubes.
Yeah?
How many of them have air conditioning?
Right. This has gone on way
None-
too long.
all of them, sadly. But it's not very good.
The fact we've been talking about this for this long, this is going to be
Yeah.
cut and chopped.
Oh,
Right.
Joe actually did type in the chat. It was do our best Fat Amy impression.
Right. All right. Well, next week we're going to be looking at Megamind, which actually is a solid film. Tigo's going to test. Ryan is going to hate it. I know he will.
Yeah.
But me and Tigo's going to love. Well, actually, I don't know. It's got Ryan-esque laughable things in it, right, Tikos?
Name one.
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
It doesn't need a Ryan
It doesn't need
comedy.
It doesn't need Ryan. Ryan, have you? So you've never seen this film?
I have seen it, but I just don't give a shit.
When did you see it though?
It's
Probably
just
when it
like
came out.
the greatest
Yeah,
film
that's the yeah.
of that year. I don't know what year it came out. I think.
I think it was 2010.
No.
I think it was 2010. I remember.
Yeah, it is 2010.
Yeah, I was talking about it at work because some other guy had never seen it, and we were like berating him with rocks.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. We weren't. We were just
Yeah,
berating him with verbal rocks.
I may have to retract my statement of it being the best film of when it was created in the year it was made, because they got shit like Inception in that year.
Oh, dude, this far. I would watch this over Inception any day.
How to Train Your Dragon in it. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon came in the same year.
Shit.
Oh god. Oh shit. And Shrek Forever After.
Shrek Forever After.
I'm completely lost.
As expected.
Anyway,
why
next week.
Join us next week for that. It'll be shits and giggles.
Why didn't we just do Paprika instead?
Because we're doing this.
Time.
I don't even. Ryan, that's a spice,
bro,
not a film. Get it? Come on. Right. Join us next week to watch Megamind and not some spice. All right. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
No,
Ryan?
I refuse.
He refuses.
Abstain.